Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P day trade setups for today. So, what can we say? We hit a pretty strong level at the close of last week, which is pretty much in this area here, which is around 3160. And this morning we have a massive gap up, and we also have a pretty strong rally at the moment. So let's just look at the daily quickly. So I was on the 8-hour there. You can see there's our level there, 3160 area. We had this inside bar, and now we've basically bounced above it. And that's just based on some, not data, but the Chinese market has hit an all-time high. So the blue chip shares have hit all-time highs this morning. So if we just drill down through the time frames, wasn't really expecting that breakout. Was kind of expecting us to be hovering down here and then another move to the upside, but clearly we got that one wrong just as well. Didn't have any positions in. And the second thing is gaps like this on the weekend is very hard to predict. So, you know, the guy that was short at the top here that left it over the weekend, they've probably been stopped out already now. And yeah, that's the merit of what's going on. Trend is up. You're looking for opportunities to buy. There were no opportunities here to buy, but what we want to do now is just get our levels in here, because there are a couple of levels that we need to pay attention to. Okay, so let's get down to the hour. Right. So typically what happens with this kind of these kind of gaps up on a weekend like this, as Europe opens, then sort of we're either going to continue it to a level and then sort of go sideways and sort of bounce back a bit and offer an opportunity to get in, or alternatively just going to reject everything all the way down to come and close this gap. It's kind of difficult to say. Not interested in being long right now, not at this level. I'd much prefer to be long further down, but also not too keen on picking the tops to short this. So currently we are up, I think it's 1.9% at the moment, 1.5% that we're up at the moment based on Chinese data. Nothing's really changed in the US, nothing's changed in Europe. So this is pre-market activity in the Asian session. So I think for me at the moment, I want to see what happens on the pullbacks. So the key level for me is 3160. Okay, so I want to see us come back to 3160. If we can hold 3160 and then start making higher lows, then I will definitely take a stab at being long for these next two levels. The first one here is 3184, and then we have 3194. And possibly 3,200. I think 3,200 is still the ultimate goal that the bulls have right now. So that's kind of what I'd be aiming for. But it's kind of pointless trying to jump in at these levels now. You can see if we're down onto the 15 minute, you can see it was pretty strong, forming a bit of a wedge, then an exhaustion bar up. Now, I'm not too sure why we have an exhaustion bar up. Just do this on the hour, but let's just look to the left and see. No real reason. So we've just got a bit of selling happening here. So yeah, I think advice is pretty simple today. Don't try and chase the longs here. Trend is up, we're looking for longs, but wait for the pullback. Wait to see what happens at structure. First bit of structure that I'm really interested in is 3160. Not too keen about this area here just yet. You can see we sort of tagged it and then broke through. This level down here is a bit it's a bigger level, if we put it that way. We also have this gap down here. You can see that there. So we've got this mini gap there, and then obviously we've got this massive gap here. Now, gap this size, 186 points. Normally, the probability of that closing in this session today is not very strong, but we are in uncharted territory, so there is a possibility that it drops down to there as well. So yeah, so I think confusion still reigns. I'm definitely looking at this 3160. 3160, if that can hold, that's going to offer opportunities to buy. If we get through 3160 and we come up, test it and start rolling, that is short for me. And short pretty much down to this trend line gap close. Okay, so those are kind of the lines in the sand. I'm just going to get rid of that one because I'm not really interested in that level. That level I'm interested in, that level I'm interested in. And obviously this one. Okay, so that's kind of my plan of action on the S&P at the moment. I'm not going to chase longs up here. Want to come down to a level. I want to buy off support and then we'll chase it up. If we break through 3160 again, come back and sort of bounce against it, test it and start rolling, then that is my opportunity to short. Pretty much a scalp down to gap close to this bottom trend line. Now, if you watched the weekly video yesterday, you'll see we had pretty much, it comes to 8 hour, I think. We've got this wedge pattern in play. The challenge is we just created a new high here. So I'd be reluctant to be trying to chase this. Obviously, I want to see the break. And what we were anticipating yesterday was a break and a retest down in this area here, around 3137. That has not materialized. Okay, so we need to wait for the next level of support, resistance. So these are the two areas here. I may be tempted to take a little bit of a scalp here. The problem is it's against the trend and risk is too high. So no, we're not going to be interested in that. Risk is 500 points. It's way too high for me. So we're only looking to buy, and we need to buy off lower levels. And this is 3160 is the area that I want to see us come back and tag today or tomorrow. And that would offer me an opportunity to buy, and that buying more than likely a 350 odd point trade. Okay, so that's the S&P for me today. Very possibly a day where you're not going to get an opportunity to get in because of this Asian session jump. But anyway, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But at least something's happening. We're not going sideways. We're actually trending now again. So let's just see if a trend can continue or if it's an exhaustion bar for a trend reversal to the downside. So things are happening, which is the exciting part here. Anyway, guys, hope that helps you somewhat. And just remember, 3160 is the area to watch. If we bounce off that, opportunity for longs again. If we start falling below it, wait for the retest, and there's your opportunity to be short. Don't try and chase it up here. Okay? Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.